Welcome back, everyone. We are on chapter 3 of Beacon Pines. After the exciting events of chapter 2, I cannot wait to jump into this. Again, this is part 3, so if you missed part 1 and part 2, I'll go and link them right up here and check down in the description below. So let's get into it.
Chapter 3 Finding a Friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I just finished jawing a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering folks. I'll be right there. Are you sure there's anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. Just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed.
The furrowed brow.
She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
Oh, she's not mad. She's just disappointed. Oh, that's even worse. I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstances are you to leave. What? If I'm not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But, but nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah, say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. We are 100% not going to stay here. I can tell already. Well, that was strange. Oh, wait, it must want us to follow her. Like, immediately disobeying?
Luca was desperate to check in with Rollo. Until Gran returned, he was trapped. An eerie electronic sound echoed from Luca's bedroom.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Rolo, is that you? Over? Strange. Oh, hey, Roxy. Uh, if this is about me, accidentally kicking you yesterday, is Rolo here? No. Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rolo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rolo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, and then it was late and we went home. Weepwood. If he's alive, I'm going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Luca's mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to go let people know to check the woods. Just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Rollo, where are you? Check the library for Rollo. Sorry, Gran, we got things to do. No, I don't want to look cool. Hey, Bert, have you seen Rollo? Nope. Oh, I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that was fine. Yeah, I'll wait right here until he gets back. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she will be here, she'll be here. I just don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy, when I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi. Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. Aw, tender. Ah, my parents won't listen. No offense, but isn't Rollo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple hours. We could spend those time making posters. That would be great. I guess. Right, Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my place and grab it before we head out. What's this about a missing child? I must stress the situation is completely under control. It just seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can help with? Nonsense, young. Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I'm certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We're just telling our daughter, Beck. Now, where did she run off to? Hey, Dawn. Is it true about Rollo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights. Your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Corindal Harbor certainly has the resources. Have any idea where Rollo could be? Best place to start looking is to where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Weep Woods. Right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll check out Weep Wood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night. That's adorable. Did we go in the diner yet? No.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
It's true. Joey, have you seen Rollo around? No, sorry, Luca. I had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. Can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would have anything to do with Rollo. No, the beetles! Do you think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm no beetleologist. Just keep an eye out for him, would you? Of course. Dang, they boarded up the way in. Take her on the back. Ew. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Can jump over a puddle? That's not the way.
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange. But are all the insects gone?
The Valentine Mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally. After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
His eyes went wide in disbelief. Do you mean vanished? That's impossible! Oh my. Uh, he doesn't even see the danger he's in. It's not foreboding at all. Hi, Luca, what's up? You haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? He doesn't come around here much. Not since they made a rule that he can only order decaf. I feel that, Rollo. I feel that. Here you go, son. It's your museum. It's laughable, really. Did you happen to see Rollo in here? No, just the shadow of a family clinging to a town, clinging on to the past. Cling. Feel free to check for yourself. Don't expect to have your mind blown. Hey Griffin, has Rollo been by recently? I haven't seen him at all. I'm sure he'll show up safe and sound. And when he does, tell him there's a strawberry chocolate double scoop waiting for him. On the house. He'll like that. He'll like that. No touching. Sharp Valentine's is a celebration of excellence.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pine. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Remembrance Fund.
That legal disclaimer at the end. That was unhelpful. Howdy, Luca. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. Could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. The important thing is, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all part of something special, Luca. And it all starts right here in Beacon Pines. I got it.
Toby looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me? Look, no offense, but I've got my own stuff to take care of. Ah, you're a joker. We're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you're free to answer a few questions. Hey, Jetson. You seen Rollo coming this way by chance? Afraid not. As elusive as the fish in this pond. No Rollo in the treehouse. What's that? Can I talk to this guy? Gotta find a way to get to Weep Woods. Shopper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time.
A bit
Shopper
much, if you ask me.
Valentine. Still a bit much.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology.
Melitology. Ahem. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Hey, Luca, you snuck up on me. Good book? Don't know, just started it.
He gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are two queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy? Fight? That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. The bee jokes. Hey, Jess. Oh, hey, Luca. Did Rollo come by? No. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rollo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where, but he knows where. Oh! Roger that, Space Cadet.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read: Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring.
Mycological Phosphorescence.
Ugh, more like my complete loss of interest.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics,
Oh, I like that.
most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
Put the new editions on.
There were rarely any actual new additions. Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone.
Oh, the cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luca brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
Succulent.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu, one of the greatest acting minds of our time, by Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Of course it is. Oh. What sort of monsters put candy behind a locked door? Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Van Horn. You're new here? Yep, not by choice.
Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
The big fucking mood. I'm looking for a friend, Rollo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing. I guess so. Like, missing. Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Well, technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Well, that's kind of like me and Rollo. I guess Rollo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Still can't go that way. There we go.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. What does science suggest? Poke it with a stick.
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood. First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the? Cool.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous.
Hey, Tish, look what the cat dragged in.
Yep. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy.
Don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish?
Yep. Looks fine to me.
Why, hello. I don't think we've been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my companion. Sorry, my compatriot, Tish.
Yep.
Probably heard of us.
Can't say that I have.
I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dud?
Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you?
Has anyone ever told you that his parents skipped out on him?
Shut up.
It's true, they got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him.
Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family.
Well, look who's growing a backbone now that a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced.
Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought,
Well, time to bust out the tickles or the strange? I feel like the tickles would be fun, but the strange, do we push him in the goop? Let's push him in the goop. I think that's what that is.
well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luca, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk.
Yep.
Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense. Wackadoos travel in packs, eh, dud?
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
Arrgh!
Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
You jerk, my clothes are ruined. I'm gonna...
Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
Struggle.
I don't feel so good. Ugh.
Oh my god, what the heck?
I'm sorry, I just...
Oh shit. Yep. What was that? That was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay.
The person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. You took the words right out of my mouth. If that sign's gone. Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We're just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So, where was he? It's funny, really? Just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know? Starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I will walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
I guess all those well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. I'm sure. Glad he's okay.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca. which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown.
Wow. Another wild chapter of Beacon Pines. That's chapter 3. I cannot wait to jump into chapter 4. That was a lot of twists and turns. This is starting to get really, really good. Definitely, if you don't already, go and subscribe down below. Click the like button if you want. Feel free to comment on that and anything that you have either done for your own things or anything that you would like to see. Let's see what we can do next time. But until then, I will see you all next for the chapter 4 of Beacon Pines.